Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. Record revenues, plunging profits, and a $1 trillion robotaxi dream, Tesla's story is getting more complex by the day. Today, we're diving deep into Tesla's latest quarter, their autonomous driving ambitions, and what it all means for the future of transportation. And with us today is our resident automotive expert who's been following Tesla's every move. What's your take on their latest earnings?
Well, the numbers tell an interesting story. Tesla just reported record revenue of $28.1 billion in Q3 2025, beating analyst expectations.
That sounds impressive at first glance.
But here's where it gets complicated. Despite that record revenue, their earnings actually missed estimates, coming in at just 50 cents per share.
Wait, how does that happen? Record revenue, but disappointing earnings.
It's mainly due to their operating income decreasing by 40% year over year. Their gross margin dropped from 19.8% to 18%.
So they're selling more cars but making less money on each one?
Exactly. They've had to lower prices across most products, and they're losing some regulatory credits that used to boost their profits.
But Tesla's not just about cars anymore, right? They're betting big on autonomous driving.
That's right, and it's becoming a controversial topic. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration just launched another investigation.
Another one? What's the issue this time?
They've received dozens of reports of cars driving dangerously while in full self-driving mode. It's at least the sixth such investigation.
That doesn't sound great for their robotaxi plans.
And speaking of robotaxis, Elon Musk recently had to scale back his ambitious timeline significantly.
How so?
Instead of serving half the U.S. population by the end of 2025, they're now aiming for just 8 to 10 metro areas.
That's quite a reduction in scope.
And even that might be optimistic. They haven't even completed the necessary paperwork in Arizona and Nevada yet.
You know what's interesting? Tesla seems to be at this crucial turning point.
How do you mean?
Well, they're trying to transform from a car company into what Musk calls an autonomous driving and humanoid robotics company.
Right, and that transition is critical to their future. It's even tied to Musk's new compensation package.
Tell us more about that package. It's pretty ambitious, isn't it?
Incredibly so. It includes goals like putting 1 million robotaxis into service and reaching an $8.5 trillion market cap.
Those are some big numbers. Let's switch gears, though. What about their energy business?
That's actually a bright spot. Their energy sector showed 44% year-over-year growth in Q3.
Really? What's driving that growth?
They're seeing record deployments across residential, industrial, and utility sectors for their energy storage products.
And they just launched some new products in that space, right?
Yes, they unveiled the Megapack 3 and Megablock, which should make large battery installations simpler and more cost-effective.
You know what's fascinating about Tesla? They're constantly pushing boundaries in multiple industries simultaneously.
That's true, but it also creates unique challenges. They're essentially fighting battles on multiple fronts.
And speaking of challenges, let's talk about their manufacturing approach.
Their gigafactories are really the backbone of their production strategy. They're designed for massive scale and vertical integration.
Vertical integration, that's where they control the whole production process, right?
Exactly. From raw materials to finished products, they try to keep as much as possible in-house.
And how's that working out for them?
It's a double-edged sword. It gives them more control, but also means they have to excel at everything.
Let's talk about their vehicle lineup. Any changes there?
They've expanded their offering with the Model 3 and Model Y Standard, their most affordable vehicles yet.
And how are those being received?
Well, according to J.D. Power, the Model 3 ranks number 2 in compact premium cars with an 84 out of 100 rating.
That's pretty impressive for a relatively young car company.
It is, especially considering they scored particularly well in driving experience, getting a 94 out of 100.
But they're still facing some quality control issues, aren't they?
Yes, their quality and reliability score is 82 out of 100, which is good, but shows room for improvement.
Let's circle back to their financial situation. What about their cash position?
They're actually quite strong there. They increased their cash and investments by $4.9 billion to $41.6 billion total.
That's a pretty substantial war chest.
And they generated record free cash flow of nearly $4 billion in Q3.
So they're making less profit but still generating strong cash flow?
Right, which gives them flexibility to invest in future technologies and weather market uncertainties.
Speaking of future technologies, what's happening with their AI initiatives?
Their operating expenses increased 50%, partly due to AI and R&D projects.
That's a significant investment. What are they hoping to achieve?
They're betting that AI will make their products more compelling and valuable over time.
And every Tesla vehicle is designed for autonomy, right?
That's their claim, though they recently had to change their wording about self-driving hardware capabilities.
What do you mean?
They no longer say all cars have full self-driving hardware. Now they say they're designed for autonomy.
Interesting shift in language. So what's your take on Tesla's future?
They're clearly at a crossroads. The core business is strong, but transforming into an AI company won't be easy.
And there's a lot riding on their autonomous driving capabilities.
Exactly. Success there could justify their premium valuation, but the regulatory and technical challenges are significant.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Copilot Podcasts.
It'll be fascinating to see if Tesla can maintain its leadership in EVs while transforming into an AI and robotics company.
And whether those trillion-dollar dreams will become reality or remain just that, dreams. Thanks for listening.